Alrighty, today's video I'm going to show you how to buff out a peel without taking off nail length. Before I show you that part, I want to go over a few things first. First off, peeling nails can be prevented with proper nail care. I would suggest if you have peeling on a regular basis, go to my nail care blog, and I have lots and lots of information about nail strengtheners, treatments, how to file properly to prevent peeling, the kinds of things that you should do on a day-to-day basis to prevent peeling. However, peeling does happen on occasion for whatever reason, and one option is to buff it out. Now, buffing should be done in moderation because it does thin out the nail a little bit, so small peels can be taken care of this way if your nail is generally healthy. But if your nail is not healthy and problematic, and sometimes the peel is too deep so that when you do buff, you're going to take off way too many layers and it's just going to weaken it to the point where it's going to break off anyway. So in that case, it would be better just to take down the nail length. You don't want to cause more harm to the nail. But the next few steps I'll show you how to buff out a peel if you don't want to take off some nail length. Again, it depends on from peel to peel if it's going to be a good option for you. I mean, you can try buffing it out, and then if you make your nail too thin, you can just go ahead and take down the nail length and get rid of the peel and the damaged nail anyway. So, okay, here is the tutorial coming. Okay, I've been waiting to do this video until I actually had to. So basically I have a small peel starting on one of my thumbnails. This happens on occasion. I guess it's a little bit dry, and then the curvature of the nail sort of makes a weak point. So anyways, so I'll show you how I'm going to take care of that. I will be using a 220/320 file. I've already discussed these in some of my other videos. And then also a 400/600 file. And then in addition to that, I'm going to use buffing blocks, this yellow one, which is somewhere around 320, 400, and this guy is much finer. I would say this is in the 600 range. Alright, so basically what you're going to do is start out with the most rough file to get rid of the major nail damage, and then we're going to sort of buff it smooth. Okay, so I'm going to start with this blue one, which is 220/320, and I'm going to file in the horizontal direction mainly. Try to keep it that way. And so since the split is sort of just at the tip, I am going to start a little bit farther back than when it starts and then follow all the way to the tip. And try to get as much of it off as you can. And I'm sorry that you probably won't be able to see this, but so a lot of it is off. I would say a big chunk of it is off. I'm sure you saw that I only did a couple strokes, maybe 10 strokes, fairly gentle to try to get rid of that big chunk that's sort of starting to flake off. Then I'm going to move into the 400/600 file and do the same thing, but now, lighter, and now I'm trying to smooth it. And you don't want to over smooth because obviously you're taking nail plate layers off, and so that makes them thinner. And the thinner you make it, the more fragile and weak it becomes, so you want to take as little off as you can. So I would say it's actually pretty smooth. I only did a couple strokes there. And then take your buffing blocks. I'm only going to do maybe 1, 2, and I would say that's pretty smooth. And then finally, with the thinnest or rather the finest grit. Just do a couple, maybe go against the grain a little bit, and it's pretty smooth there. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but since I'm taking some of the edge off, the nail-free edge is no longer straight across. So I'm going to take my 400/600 file, and I'm just going to, in one direction, make it straight. Because otherwise I'm creating sort of a weak point there. Taking the finest side, finest grit, I'm going to seal the edge in both directions, like that. Then I'm going to take the white side and I am going to seal it further. Some people say this makes polish not last very long, but you know what? Seals my nail so that the split doesn't go farther down the nail. So if polish doesn't stick, that's okay. I'll deal with it for the next couple weeks while the nail grows out. So that's it. Fixed up my peel, and I didn't have to take down any length, hardly at all. See? Alright, that's it.